like on a 4th grade field trip. For heaven's sakes. Welcome. Is it time? Oh, it's me. Welcome back to the program. My name is Erik. Nice to have you here on Travel Show Live. All right. So people always ask me all the time, they say, I need some tangible tips. I need advice. All right. I'm going to help you right now. You can get close to the computer if you want to, but come in a little bit. Let me tell you, here's what we're going to do. I want you today to have a conversation with someone that you potentially might be going on a trip with. This family members, friends, spouse would be, strangers. That gets a little creepy. But somebody, I mean, it does. Hey, you want to go away? No. I want to go to Rio. No, here's what I want you to do. I want you today to introduce the idea of taking a trip that you weren't planning on taking. And here's probably what's going to happen is somebody's going to tell you all the reasons why you can't go. We are broke. We don't have enough time. We've got a lot going on. We're already taking a trip. Okay, those are the first probably 4 things you're going to hear. But I want you to have some good answers to combat those things. All right, now I can help you with that too. Right now, 2009, we have said, is the year of the travel deal. We are seeing unprecedented value for your money at just about every corner of the world. Just about. Okay? So that's the first thing. So you say, well, we don't have a lot of money. Say, well, let's really look at that. You can go on our website. You can look. There are deals everywhere. Of course, buyer beware when you're getting these deals, where you're getting them from. That's a whole other subject matter. But that's the first thing I want you to. And then I want you to. I don't even know if I want to say this, but remember, there is absolutely no substitution for actually going somewhere. Okay, and I can appreciate the fact that you spend time maybe on my website or other travel sites, or maybe you watch the Travel Channel, or you watch our videos, and that's good. I want you to do all that stuff. Watch this program, that's good too. But I want you to actually get out there and experience it. So, no, you will not. Travel is not something that just kind of falls in your lap. You do have to put a little effort into it, and you have to make the time for it. Now, you don't have to go on a 2-week-long, safari. You could do an extended weekend. You could do a smaller trip. Maybe you do stay closer to home on this trip. But I want you to do it because if you do that, you, heaven forbid, might learn something about someone else or something else, therefore broadening your base. Matter of fact, I think you should turn the computer off right now and get going. Why are you all still here? What's wrong with you people? Get moving. Go. Seriously. Now, the only reason I want you to do that is because you do have to be a little more proactive. Or, as I'm sure you're aware, time just slips away. And you're like, oh, shoot. We should have gone to the... Yeah. So make the time for it. It's very important. Josh Lon is here, Director of Product Development. Oh, fancy. Wow, we get all the good guests today from T-Mobile. Hello, Josh. Welcome to the program. Nice to have you here. I can't hear a word he's saying. Did I leave my... I did. I don't think I plugged in my cord again. Hold on. No, I did.
Eric, I got you.
Oh, there we go. Oh, hey. Hi, Josh. How's it going?
Hey, just great. How are you today?
I'm doing marvelous. This is going to be part 1 of... I was very nervous. Part 1 of a 2-part series because would you like to know why we decided to do that this week?
Sure.
Okay, I'll tell you. I don't think anybody's explained this. We recently took a trip up to Canada, and we went along in and around the Great Lakes. All 5 lakes. We were sailing. Okay, we have new videos out to prove this. Well, somebody forgot about their data and roaming and whatever it was. Anyway, we ended up with no exaggeration, like a $900 cell bill for our 4-day or 5-day trip to the Great Lakes.
Uh-oh.
And it just goes to show that, you can imagine, say, oh, I'm going to go to, I don't know, pick a far off place. I'm going to Egypt. I better look into my cell phone coverage and things. But even as close as Canada, you got to watch your cell phone and whether or not you can bring your phone, whether or not your phone will work, and then really breaking it down. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to do just that. So thank you for being here.
The timing is couldn't be better. You're absolutely right. The way the technology is going and more people, the barrier to entry to more capable phones dropping, And then with the forthcoming Olympics up in Vancouver, where you can just drive over the border and literally go up there for the day and see some events and then come home in the evening, it's really going to be important for people to understand whether their phones can roam in the first place and what the implications are.
Well, and that I suppose that's where a good place to start is because, when we get into the store, and it could be anybody, T-Mobile or another company, it doesn't really matter, but you go and you say, okay, it's time for me to get a new phone. And of course, I should get an international phone. But some people don't need an international phone if you're not planning on traveling internationally, correct?
Absolutely true. I mean, just like anything else, the more you build into the phone, the more it's going to cost. So if you really don't plan on traveling overseas, or if you just want to use your phone in your home market, no point in paying for that capability. However, if you think you are going to use it at some point, the cost has come way down. So those tri-band and quad-band phones might be something for you if you do plan on going abroad, even occasionally.
Now, I don't know what a tri-band or quad-band is, but I think that's what they put on my stomach to help me not eat so much. Is that true? I don't even know.
That's one application for sure.
That's something else. Okay, very good. All right, so let's start right there. The first thing we need to absolutely do when we're planning a trip and we're actually going on a trip somewhere, certainly out of this country, is to call our cell phone provider, correct?
Well, you can call them, or if you've got internet access, you can always go to online and check out their website. And most of the carriers have a great link that shows where they cover and in which countries, and even what those rates are if they cover where you're trying to go.
And explain a little bit, too. I think some people get a little confused as to whether or not you're on a cellular network, you're on a data network. When you're actually speaking on the telephone, on your cell phone, you're on a cell network, correct?
With a few exceptions, that's true. There are some services like T-Mobile's at-home calling service that allows you to call from a hotspot. So there are a couple of options out there.
Okay.
But by and large, if you look at your cell phone display and you see the little tower with the bars coming off of that, that means you're on the cellular network, and most voice calls go through cellular. Or if you see a Wi-Fi indicator, a lot of data traffic can go through Wi-Fi. And a Wi-Fi application is much more cost-effective when you're roaming internationally.
Okay.
Almost always.
Because if you are text messaging or doing pictures, or if you're getting your email on your phone, that's all using data, correct?
It's using data, but when you're sending pictures, you can do that over Wi-Fi. Text messages are almost always sent over the cellular network. So be very careful to understand the per-message charge when you're not in your home market.
Yeah, I think that's because I think that's the biggest rule of thumb, correct?
But Eric, you raised a really good use case just a moment ago, and it's not just when you're sending pictures and sending messages that you have to be careful. In fact, if you just have your phone powered on, if you've got one of those smartphones out there like a BlackBerry or a G1 or a MyTouch, those phones are always sending data back and forth unless you turn off data roaming. So before you go overseas, be very careful to check if your phone does data roam, and if it does, if it sends that heartbeat back and forth, and your carrier can tell you on the website or just give them a call, and make sure you're very careful to have that option unchecked or just turn your phone off if you're not sure, if you don't want that unexpected bill.
And that is another good example of the nice part is that even if you have an international phone, but you don't necessarily need an international calling plan forever, you might only need it for a short period of time. You can go in and out of those programs, correct?
You bet. The last thing your cell company wants to see you do is get a surprise nasty bill. So most companies will have a great short-term option for you to pay an extra, say, $5 just to light up a 30-day plan to go overseas and give you a dramatically reduced rate.
Now, what's the mobile makeover? What is that all about?
Mobile makeover. We found that a lot of people don't really realize whether they're on the best plan for them. And so what Mobile Makeover is if you go to T-Mobile.com and select Mobile Makeover, it points you to a third-party analyst, which will then stack up your plan against all of the other plans in your area.
Oh,
and
wow.
you can make a decision whether you're with the right plan or whether you might be better off somewhere else.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you did this. Will you come back next week? I'd like to talk more about these applications.
I'd love to, Eric. I'd look forward to it.
I don't know if I need one of these apps. I guess the kids call them apps. They're not called applications.
Apps is the short word for applications, and would love to talk with you about them.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Josh. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Eric. Look forward to it.